Seat tonight. Let's get straight into it because I want to give away $1 million to one of these 6 wonderful people ready to go. And the audience is all pumped up and ready for $1 million winner, aren't you guys? Yeah. So let's do it. Let's get straight into action right now. And in seat number 1 we have Jackie Mitchell. Scared away 2 would-be thieves by screaming and banging on her window. Good on you, Jackie. Ian Grievous enjoys dirt bike riding and drove his 4-wheel drive 30,000 k's around Australia. Due to a blackout in Koh Samui, Claire Horsfall had to shower the hose in the street for 5 days. Marty Turner believes laughter is the best medicine and belongs to 2 laughter yoga groups. In the Sahara Desert, Nick Heaney had to walk back to town after his camel had thrown him off. And George Cavino has only ever won 1 raffle in his life. He won a ton of chicken manure. There you go. Jackie, you right?
Yeah.
Come on. Hello, Jackie Mitchell.
Hello.
From Geelong and Victoria, beauty therapist with Ren Skin Health, 43 years of age. Peter is your husband. G'day, Peter.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you, bud?
Good,
Hey, tell me about this situation. Somebody was trying to break into your bedroom window.
Yeah, so 2 men, or 2, I don't know how, men,
Yep.
in black. I was asleep, so I heard a noise, you know, woke up to hearing voices by my window, so...
Could there be anything more frightening?
Well, it was terrifying, and by the time I sort of went, well, I don't know what to do, what do I do? Because I peeked out the window and I could see them, they were from me to you away. If I run, they're likely to hear me, and, you know, who knows what they'll do. So the only thing I could think of doing was banging on the window and make as much noise as what I could. So I got up and I screamed
And what
and
did
I
they
banged
do?
on the window and they ran away.
Yeah.
And I was safe.
Oh, it worked, yeah.
Worked.
Did you ring the police?
Well, I rang the police and they never came. So, you know, there
Fair
you
enough.
go. Yeah.
All right, Jackie.
Yeah.
Peter's up the back of his head. He's a tattooist. Is that right, Pete? You got a bit of work on your arms there, mate.
Yep.
How long have you had the stamps for?
Since I was 18.
Since
so
you're 18, yeah. And how long have you been tattooing yourself?
About 11 years.
Good on. Have you got any tats?
I got a couple.
Got a couple?
Under wraps.
Well hidden?
Under wraps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about the beauty therapy and how long that's been going for.
Oh, so I've probably been doing that for about 15 years. Yeah, work in a salon in Geelong. It's good. It's
And
nice.
Geordie is 9, Lenny is 5.
Yes.
But I love this. You turned 40. You're a bit frightened about turning 40.
A little bit.
And
you
what
know.
happened?
Well, we got married instead, so we had a surprise wedding and for a 40th for me, but a surprise 40th for me.
Ah, see,
we had a
Peter,
wedding
you old
instead.
romantic up the
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
The hard man, he's got the cap and the tats, but he's got a heart of
Just
gold,
a
hasn't he?
sweetheart, yeah.
Good on you, Pete. All right, let's win some gold.
Okay.
$1 million,
Yeah,
15
all right.
questions. Let's play Hot Seat. Good luck, Jack. $100. Produced by Arnott's, the large round chocolate biscuit with jam and marshmallow filling is called what wheels? A, Ferris. B, wagon. C, Catherine. D, steering.
Lock in B, please.
Lock in B, wagon. Used to be Weston's once upon a time before it was bought up by Arnott's. Weston wagon wheels. Arnott's wagon wheel, correct for $100. Bought out in 2003, $200. A person who damages their own interest by a vengeful action is said to do what to spite their face? A, shave their eyebrows. B, pull out their teeth. C, cut off their nose. D, tattoo their forehead.
Both relevant for us. Lock in C, please.
Lock in C. You do the shaving of the eyebrows. Peter does the tattooing of the forehead. Cut off their nose is correct for $200. Comes from a Latin expression. This first appeared in print in the 1700s. The idiom to cut off your nose to spite your face. $300. Which of these is the name of a real species of animal? A, tree kangaroo. B, ocean koala. C, beach echidna. D, mountain platypus.
Lock in A, please.
Tree kangaroo is correct for $300. $500. A kilometre is closest to which of these fractions of a mile? A, 3/4. B, 3/5. C, 5/6. D, 5/8.
I'm just going to pass. I don't know it. I don't know it.
Okay.
I'm going to pass.
Want to pass?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just running down the clock so Ian can try and figure it out. I'm looking after you there, Ian.
You know.
Thanks, Jackie. See you
Okay,
later.
thank
Good luck.
you.
G'day, Ian. How are you?
good, mate. Yourself?
Good. Ian Griffiths is from Tyab in Victoria, is a data analyst with the County Court of Victoria.
Yes,
What
correct.
does a data analyst do?
I just do the data and stats for all of the activity that goes on in with the court. So, obviously, how many criminals come in and out, how quickly they perform
What
the
they
tasks,
cop.
and the judges, what they cop.
Yep. Cheryl is your partner for 12 months, a property manager.
Yep.
Now, you've travelled 30,000 kilometres around Australia in a four-wheel drive, so
Yes.
you know a little bit about distance, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah. Do you know this one?
I think I do, yes.
All right, a kilometre is closest to which of these fractions of a mile? 3/4, 3/5, 5/6, 5/8.
Well, a kilometre's 1,000, a mile is 1,600. So 1/8 is 200 times 5 is 1,000. So I'm going to lock in D, Eddie, 5/8.
5/8. There's a lot of numbers going around there, but you got there for $500, correct.
That's all I want to do.
The kilometre is 0.621371 miles, or just under 5/8 of a mile. Your father passed away from leukemia, and your aspiration is to be semi-retired by 50. Your proudest moment is buying your own home.
Yep.
Has you decided what time's ticking, don't wait?
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, when Dad got acute myeloid leukemia, it sort
Yeah.
of wakes you up a little bit. And you think life's too short, so I basically went out and bought a dirt bike and do extreme sports because life's too short.
Yeah.
And yeah, just semi-retired, probably like yourself, Eddie. You know, comfortable at 50.
You reckon? We're going to have 7 jobs, mate. Dirt bike riding you like doing, water skiing.
Yep.
You got a house on the lake, you like to do a lot of that stuff.
Love it.
And I love this one. One night you and your mates were walking from a pub and you saw a car that was parked poorly. So you picked up the car, lifted it out further on the road to have it facing the curb with the back of the car sticking out on the road.
Correct.
Just for a bit of fun.
Yeah, 4 of us just walking from pub to pub in Mornington, and
Yeah.
this car was parked horribly into the gutter, so the bum was still sticking out, and we just thought, well, if you're going to do it bad, we'll just show you how to do it really bad. So we just jacked it out. So when they would have come in the morning, they would have seen their car basically facing the curb.
Did anyone ever find out? Or?
Not that we know. We don't know who it was or anything, but had a laugh ourselves.
You're laughing and someone now knows it's you,
Yes.
Ian. All right, 11 questions to go for $1 million when we return in the hot seat. Ian Griffiths is in the hot seat, ready to go for 1,000. Come on, Ian, good luck.
Thanks, mate.
At what kind of auction is an item offered at a price which is then progressively lowered until a bid is made? A, Swiss, B, Dutch, C, Greek, D, French.
I think I know Eddie, but I'm going to pass on this.
Catch you later, Ian.
All right.
See ya. Hello, Claire Horsfall.
Hi.
How are you?
Very well, how are you?
I'm very well. You're from Kew, and
Yeah.
you're a social science student at Swinburne University of Technology at 22 years of age.
Yeah.
So what does that all mean? Social science student.
Well,
what do you want to do?
I'm majoring in sociology, but after this degree, I hope to go on to do my master's in criminology and justice.
Good on you. Do you want to get into the police department or
I haven't quite decided.
law of some sort?
Maybe. I was going to do social work and decided to do something a bit different before going on to do that, so I'm very undecided.
William is your brother. G'day, Will.
G'day, Eddie.
How are you, buddy?
Well, thanks.
That's the way. Do you know this one?
I don't.
No idea?
This was my fear.
Ah, you'll be right. Come on. Are you ready?
Yeah.
At what kind of auction is an item offered at a price which is then progressively lowered until a bid is made? Swiss auction, Dutch auction, Greek auction, French auction.
It's honestly going to be a stab in the dark. I can't even narrow it down.
6 seconds.
I'm going to go A. A, please lock it in.
It's Dutch auction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So rather than a conventional auction where the prices increase, this one starts at a figure and comes back. A reverse auction known as a Dutch auction. Sorry, Claire.
No, that's okay.
Oh, bad luck.
Thanks, nice to
See
meet
you
you.
later. Marty Turner. Hello, Marty. Where does Marty come from?
Martha.
Martha.
Yeah.
But Marty is what you call yourself.
All
61.
American girls who are Martha are Marty, really.
Oh, they really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts you from in the States?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
How long have you been in Australia for?
40 years this May.
40 years. Great stuff. Phil's your husband. G'day, Phil.
G'day, Eddie.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Where did you guys meet?
Community Service Club Rotaract, which is sort of like junior Rotary.
Yeah. In the States or here?
Here, in Australia.
Fantastic. Married 35 years. Juliet is your daughter, so is Jacqueline, so the two girls, 30 and 27 years of age. You love laughter.
Yes!
I reckon Mick Malloy might hire you to come to his stand-up routines.
Oh, good, hope so.
Tell me about the joy of laughter and laughter, yoga and all this sort of stuff.
It was started by Dr. Kataria in India, and he was a medical doctor, and he found laughter did actually lower people's blood pressure. And his wife was a yoga teacher, so he combined the breathing and the stretching of yoga with laughter to help people improve.
And you've been a devotee, have you?
Yes.
Good on you. All right, $1,000 question. Let's see if we can laugh all the way to the bank here, Marty.
Okay.
Which of these words is used to mean the range that a person has for freedom of thought or action? A, amplitude. B, longitude. C, latitude. D, infinitude. Which of these words is used to mean the range that a person has for freedom or thought or action? 4 seconds. Can't pass.
B.
B, did you say?
Yeah.
Let's see, latitude. To give somebody some latitude, in geography, latitude is the angle of a point on the Earth's surface from the equator, but to have some latitude in your
Yeah,
life is to
right.
actually have some freedom to do things.
Fair enough.
Don't worry.
All right.
Always think on the bright side of life. Exactly. Laugh your way out the door, Marty. See ya.
Okay.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, eh? Okay, Nick Eddie.
Eddie, how are you?
I'm well. A digital marketing specialist with Green Hat.
That's the one.
What's Green Hat?
Green Hat is a marketing agency based out of Hawthorne. We do B2B marketing for a lot of IT companies.
Good stuff. Williamstown in Victoria is where you're from. Max is your mate. G'day, Max.
G'day, Eddie.
Good to see you. Let's get on with the show here because we've got a few to get through. 9 questions to get to $100,000. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Well, let's go, Nick. The Rolling Stones visited Australia in 2014 with their 14 on what tour? A, Top. B, High. C, Fire. D, Time.
My brother is a big Rolling Stones fan, but I don't know this one. I'm going to take a stab and say 14 on Top. A.
Final answer?
D, Time.
All right, you've jumped from A to D. Needed C. 14 on Fire. Yeah, the band postponed their initial visit following the death of Mick Jagger's partner, Loren Scott. Earlier in the year, the visit marked the Rolling Stones' first Australian tour since 2006, brought out by Michael Gudinski, of course, and yeah.
All good.
Sorry, Nick.
That's how it goes.
Good
Thanks,
on you, buddy.
Eddie, mate.
Thanks, mate. George. Come on, mate, we need some answers. Yeah. George Cavino from Churnside Park in Victoria is a health and safety manager, currently looking for work, 58 years of age. Silvana is your wife. Hi, Silvana.
Hi, Eddie.
Great to have you on board. Marie's 32, John's 31, Sarah's 29, Matt is 25. And the only thing you've won is a raffle and you won a ton of chicken manure.
That's correct, Eddie.
What did you do with a ton of chicken manure?
Actually, I gave it to an uncle of mine because I couldn't use it.
Yeah, well, what did he use it for?
He was a farmer. He was a strawberry farmer, so he used it. So it was good.
You turned something into strawberry jam, didn't you?
He did, yeah. He did a bit, yeah.
You literally did.
Yeah.
George, we are 8 questions away from $50,000. We'll do it after the break in the hot seat. 8 questions to go. Gorgeous George Cavino ready to play for $1,000. Come on, Georgie. 50 grand would be pretty handy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Here we go. A famous neighbourhood in Lower Manhattan is Greenwich what? A, Heights. B, Square. C, Town. D, Village.
Like in Manhattan. There's Greenwich Village. I'll lock in D, Eddie.
Greenwich Village is locked in. It's correct for $1,000. Yeah. Where the village people came from.
Yeah.
$1,500. Who played the President of the United States in the TV series The West Wing? A, Martin Sheen. B, Sam Neill. C, Kevin Kline. D, Bill Pullman.
Oh,
The West Wing.
West Wing. I don't think it was Sam Neill. I don't think it was Kevin Kline or Bill Pullman. I think it was Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen's ringing a bell. I can pass, can't I?
You can. 10 seconds. What do you reckon?
I think I'll take a pass this time.
Gonna pass?
Yeah, I will. Yep.
See you, George.
Good, thank you.
Catch ya. Hello, Jackie. Come on, we've got a bit of work to do here.
Oh, we've got a bit to
Jackie
do.
Mitchell, the beauty therapist from Geelong in Victoria, 43 years of age, who played the President of the United States in the TV series The West Wing. Martin Sheen, Sam Neill, Kevin Kline, Bill Pullman. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. And the only person that I know who was on it, I think, was Martin Sheen. I don't know whether the others were or not. So I'm just going to lock in A because that's all I can think.
Lock in Martin Sheen. It's correct for $1,500. Alison Janae was also in there, Stockard Kenny, and Rob Lowe played a starring role in the series that ran from 1999 to 2006. All right, $2,500. Before we do that, you've got a bird phobia.
Oh, I don't like a bird.
No?
No way.
You saw a bird on your kitchen bench, and what happened?
Well, I had to escape.
What sort of bird was it?
I don't know, it's like a flapping one.
How does a bird end up in your house?
I've got a small dog, so it chases birds into the house. So I was up the other end of the house. I came down to find the bird in the house. So I had to escape. I had my 3-month-old son was in the house with me, so I took him, fled without my car keys, anything really, just my son and I.
What sort of bird was it? Was it an ostrich or something, was it?
Just like a, probably a sparrow. I don't
sparrow?
know. No, we get minor birds. It probably was a minor bird.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So I took off, and my parents, they don't live too far away, but probably like a half-hour walk. So I walked to their house thinking, well, I can just bunker down there, wait until somebody comes home, they can drive me home, scare the bird away. But what I forgot, by the time I got there, I broke in because there was no key. So I broke into the house. I had nothing to feed my son with. I had no money to buy him any formula or anything. So I had to ring my husband from work to come and get me and take me home and scare the bird away.
When you took the phone call at work, what did you think?
It's birds.
What happens at the beach when the seagulls come in?
I hate it. Get down low.
At the footy, you can't?
Yes.
No?
You get down low.
No swooping magpies or anything?
No, can't stand it.
No,
Don't like a bird.
Okay, let's go.
All
6
right.
questions will win you 50,000. Which of these is a Japanese seasoning made primarily from fermented soybeans? A, mirin. B, miso. C, ramen. D, wasabi.
I think it's B, please. Lock in B.
Lock in B is correct for $2,500. Mirin is rice wine, ramen is a noodle soup, wasabi is horseradish paste, 4,000. Which of these is a 2014 novel by award-winning Australian author Christos Salakis? A, Piranha. B, Barracuda. C, Great White. D, Mullet. So that's Christos Chalkis. Let me get that name right for you. Christos Chalkis. Australian author Christos Chalkis. Which of these is a 2014 novel by award-winning Australian author Christos Chalkis?
I'm going to say lock in C, please.
Final answer?
Lock in C.
Lock in C. No, we need a Barracuda.
Okay.
Yeah. He was also the author of the multi-award-winning novel The Slap, which won the Commonwealth Writers' Prize for Best Novel and the Australian Book Industry Award for Book of the Year in 2009. Jackie, thanks for being part of the show. See you later. All right, Ian, 4 questions to go for 20 grand, buddy.
Let's do it.
This is for $4,000. Ian Griffiths from Tyab in Victoria is a data analyst at the County Court of Victoria. Good luck. The US bargain shopping day called Black Friday occurs in which month? A, August. B, September. C, October. D, November.
No idea.
Black Friday. Bargain shopping day.
Well, I'll go. I'm leaning towards D because it's going to be closer to Christmas to try and get the sales out. But that is predominantly cold as well.
10 seconds.
Just going to do it. Yep, lock in D, November.
November is in and correct for $4,000. Yeah, it's the day after Thanksgiving at the end of November. Thanksgiving since the 1940s has been fixed as the fourth Thursday of November, and they start the next day, as you said. Nice bargains, get everybody fired up for Christmas. Good on you, Ian. We're 3 away from 20,000. Ian and George still in play when we return on the hot seat after this. Welcome back to the hot seat. Ian Griffiths is ready to go. 3 questions for $20,000. Ian, this is a $6,000 question. Good luck.
Thank you.
Which of these is the name of a team in America's National Basketball Association? A, New York Yankees. B, San Francisco Giants. C, Chicago Bulls. D, Boston Red Sox.
My favourite player would be Michael Jordan. So I pretty much know this one, Ed. Thank God. So you can lock in C, Chicago Bulls.
The Chicago Bulls, made famous by Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and all the team.
Love him. Well, platonically, not in that way. I probably would kiss him.
You could love him as much as you like, mate. It's fantastic. Michael, I'm sorry, you're speaking of?
Yes.
The famous number 23. Chicago Bulls is correct for $6,000. The other 3 are all baseball teams in Major League Baseball. The Yankees, the Red Sox and the Giants. 2 to go, Ian. What are you going to do with $20,000?
I've been told by my missus to take her to Ireland because she wants to see that lovely country and I've never been myself. So that'll be part of it. And then if there's any left over, depending on how well she wants to travel, probably spoil myself with a dirt bike or a jet ski or something. So
Good
there we
on
go.
you. All right. Trip to Ireland, maybe a jet ski for $10,000. A branch of which charity was established in Australia in 1975 with Paul Hogan as its first chairman? A, Starlight Foundation. B, Variety. C, Ronald McDonald House. D, Make-A-Wish. 1975. Paul Hogan, first chairman.
I'm thinking I want to go the Variety Bash. Make-A-Wish a bit later. Ronald McDonald House is old. I don't really know, so it's been a stab in the dark. But Variety Bash with the old cars driving sounds like something Hogs would do. And back, so I'll take a punt here, Eddie, and lock in B, Variety.
Lock in B, Variety, which is the Showbiz charity, has a wonderful saying. It says, no person stands so tall as when they bend over to help a child. Variety is correct for $10,000. Variety was started by a group of theatre owners and showmen in Pittsburgh, USA, to raise funds for disadvantaged children. And I think Darren Hinch played a big role in the setting up of the Victorian-based caravan. And as we saw there, Paul Hogan doing wonderful things back in 1975, raising millions and millions of dollars for disadvantaged kids. Good stuff. George, unfortunately, mate, your time has ended with us on the show. Stick with us, mate. Okay. And let's hope that Ian can go all the way. Just won $1,000. Ian Griffiths, well played. Ian, let's find out what's happening in a news break and come back and play for $20,000 and a trip to Ireland. There you go. Ian is in the hot seat, right to go. Come on, Ian, for $20,000.
I want this.
As you said, you've been together with Cheryl for about a year.
Yep.
As a property manager. She wants to go to Ireland. Is she Irish?
No, she actually loves Gerard Butler. So,
okay.
I'll probably go over there and come home alone.
You could well do that. Ian, you want to go to Ireland as well, do you?
Yep. Yeah, love to travel.
It's a beautiful place. Yep. You'll enjoy it. Right, you've got to get this correct. For $20,000, Ian, here's the question. Belvedere Castle is a well-known landmark located in which city park? A, Hyde Park, London. B, Luxembourg Gardens, Paris. C, Phoenix Park, Dublin. D, Central Park, New York.
It would be ironic if it was C, and that's where I want to end up.
Belvedere Castle.
I'm not thinking of, I don't think it's D. I've been to Hyde Park and I can't remember a castle, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. Luxembourg, Paris. No, I was there in '86, but not enough to know it. But they had a lot of castles in their gardens. Phoenix Park, Dublin, Belvedere. Belvedere is slightly French.
10 seconds. Which city park?
I'll have a
Five.
crack. I'll lock in C, just for the irony as well. Lock in C, Eddie.
Lock in Phoenix Park, Dublin. Belvedere Castle is in Central Park, New York City. Yeah. Built in 1869, housing one of the park's visitor centres. Observation deck and tower provide views of the park. Also the home of the park's weather station, Belvedere Park there in Central Park. Ian, no 20 grand, but you win $1,000, buddy.
worries.
Well done. Ian Griffiths just won $1 grand. See you next time in the Millionaire Hotseat, everyone. Good night. Seat tonight. Let's get straight into it because I want to give away $1 million to one of these 6 wonderful people ready to go. And the audience is all pumped up and ready for $1 million winner, aren't you guys? Yeah. So let's do it. Let's get straight into action right now. And in seat number 1 we have Jackie Mitchell. Scared away 2 would-be thieves by screaming and banging on her window. Good on you, Jackie. Ian Griffiths enjoys dirt bike riding and drove his 4-wheel drive 30,000 Ks around Australia. Due to a blackout in Koh Samui, Claire Horsfall had to shower the hose in the street for 5 days. Marty Turner believes laughter is the best medicine and belongs to 2 laughter yoga groups. In the Sahara Desert, Nick Heaney had to walk back to town after his camel had thrown him off. And George Cavino has only ever won 1 raffle in his life. He won a ton of chicken manure. There you go. Jackie, you right?
Yeah.
Come on. Hello, Jackie Mitchell.
Hello.
From Geelong and Victoria, beauty therapist with Ren Skin Health, 43 years of age. Peter is your husband. G'day, Peter.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you, bud?
Good,
Hey,
mate.
tell me about this situation. Somebody was trying to break into your bedroom window.
Yeah, so 2 men, or 2, I don't know how, men,
Yep.
in black. I was asleep, so I heard a noise, you know, woke up to hearing voices by my window, so...
Could there be anything more frightening?
Well, it was terrifying, and by the time I sort of went, well, I don't know what to do, what do I do? Because I peeked out the window and I could see them, they were from me to you away. If I run, they're likely to hear me, and, you know, who knows what they'll do. So the only thing I could think of doing was banging on the window and make as much noise as what I could. So I got up and I screamed
And what
and
did
I
they
banged
do?
on the window and they ran away.
Yeah.
And I was safe.
Oh, it worked, yeah.
Worked.
Did you ring the police?
Well, I rang the police and they never came. So, you know, there
Fair
you
enough.
go. Yeah.
All right, Jackie.
Yeah.
Peter's up the back of his head. He's a tattooist. Is that right, Pete? You got a bit of work on your arms there, mate.
Yep.
How long have you had the stamps for?
Since I was 18.
Since
so
you're 18, yeah. And how long have you been tattooing yourself?
About 11 years.
Good on. Have you got any tats?
I got a couple
Got a couple?
under wraps.
Well hidden?
under wraps.
Okay.
Yep.